everyone, my name is Ian 9 years old, and I have a great roommate. She's neat and she makes me laugh a lot. She got a wonderful sense of humor. She's really smart too. She studies all the time. I sometimes wish she'd take more time off to make friends because she hardly knows anyone. She doesn't seem to feel comfortable when she around people, but I get along pretty well. He keeps two places really clean and neat. The only thing is he loves to the party. He's always inviting friends over, and they sit around and talk really loudly until it's very late. It makes it really hard for me to study. I've asked him not to do it when I'm studying, but he still does. I guess it doesn't bother him because he never studies, and it's difficult to live with because he has very strong opinions. She always has to be right about things, and she just sits around all watching TV. She never does anything active. The worst thing, she loses her temper very quickly. I think I need to find a new roommate. I like sharing a room with Greg. He's very quiet and always asks me if it's okay for him to listen to radio or watch TV. He likes to keep the room nice and clean, just like I do. He helps me a lot with homework too. He's very smart and is always happy to check over my assignments. I met this really nice family when I was in Korea last year. I was in a restaurant and I was having trouble understanding the menu. The wife came over and asked me what I wanted to eat and told me all about Korean food. Then they asked me to join them at their table, and they paid for my dinner. They also invited me to their house. We became friends and we keep in touch. Now by email, they take me to Farmer's Temple the next time I go back. Isn't that fabulous? I can't wait to see that temple. I met this really nice family when I was in Korea last year. I was in a restaurant and I was having trouble understanding the menu. The wife came over and asked me what I wanted to eat and told me all about Korean food. When I was in Italy, I took a bus trip from Rome to Florence. The bus was very crowded and I had to stand most of the way. I had a couple of small bags with me. One was a backpack that had my wallet in it. I kept it in front of believe what had happened if someone had cut a hole in my backpack, put it in their hands, and removed my wallet. Then they took the money out and put the wallet back inside my backpack. I never noticed a thing. It's really funny. And my vacations because I couldn't pay to get into any menus. So now I want to go back again next summer and see all the museum I missed. I was on a vacation in Australia last summer when we got a terrible case of the flu. I had to stay in bed for 4 days. I have cousins in Sydney who was really kind and spent a lot of time with me until I was better. By then I only had 3 days and of sightseeing left before I had to leave. I saw the signing Opera House and the school about it. The most awful thing is I didn't have the chance to go goodbye when I want to go back and school back. Jeff said they have the best coral reefs in the world. I plan to study most of the weekend, but on Saturday evening, I'm going over to my friend's house. It's her birthday, so she's having a few friends over for dinner. I'm really looking forward to seeing her. We haven't seen each other in 2 months. I knew I wouldn't have time to go to shopping on Saturday, so I bought her a birthday gift. On Friday, I got her a sweater. I hope she likes it. My neighbor Stacy is incredible. She wouldn't believe all the things she manages to get done. She works at a big law firm downtown and works really long hours. She's also volunteers on the weekends to top it up. Her house is always bottles. I honestly don't know where she gets the time. I have my own design company. It's very small, just me and 2 assistants. I design brushes, advertisements, and magazines, menus, and things like that. It's a very great job. I started the company just 2 years ago, just after I graduated from design school. Things have gone pretty well for me. Goodbye.